Anime based on mobile games have been becoming more prevalent lately. I've personally watched Fate Grand Order as well as Princess Connect, with the former being one of my favorite anime of all time. One of the things that is consistent with anime based on mobile games is that the animation is spectacular. The Fate Grand Order Babylonia anime features some of the best sakuga ever seen anywhere. The anime based on a mobile game we are talking about today also features some ridiculous animation quality. The problem here is that it doesn't give us much else beyond that. Today we're looking at Takt Op Destiny, and it looks great but makes no sense. Welcome to Aniprop, let's get into it. This anime looks amazing. I'm sure it breaks some kind of record for the most sakuga per minute in any franchise. It features a fight every single episode, and I do not exaggerate when I say all the fights look exactly like this. The quality never drops, the frame rate never slides, it's just an endless sakuga train. The premise for Takt Op Destiny is a decent one too. Sometime in an apocalyptic future, some meteorites fall to Earth carrying malevolent rocks that create monsters called D2s. The D2s hate human music. Now, this is a bit interesting because in music notation, D2 is how you write a diminished second. This is the minute interval when transitioning between two enharmonically equivalent tones. For those who don't speak music, this is the short pause between tones. It's a pause to music. Pretty clever, right? So, with the D2s cancelling music, it has all but become extinct in order to maintain the safety of the humans. Also from space come the music carts, which are essentially magical girls whom, alongside their conductor, can fight the D2s and allow music to return to the world. In this particular campaign, we follow Takt, a piano-obsessed conductor with a mysterious family background, and Destiny, a socially inept music cart who occupies the body of Takt's fallen loved one. There's also Anna, the oldest, who acts as a parental figure for both Takt and Destiny. Make a note of this point because it will become relevant later on. It's not greatly fleshed out in the anime, but I have inferred that the relationship between music art and conductor is similar to the master and servant relationship in the Fate franchise. The premise is about the only thing that makes sense in this anime. The rest of it is chaos. Let me be your guide. Careful for incoming spoilers. So the first and most important thing to note is that this anime is based on a mobile game, like we stated before, but not just any mobile game, a cute girl gacha game. So it isn't a surprise that so much of the art and attention to detail goes into the collectible music arts. The character design for Destiny is downright stunning. She reminds me a lot of Nero from Fate, but even more interesting. Not only is the anime based on the mobile game, but it acts as the game's prequel. I think here is where the problems occur because the anime already has a predefined way it needs to end, leading to a lot of the nonsensical storytelling. The primary villain of this anime is Sagan. His grand plan is to attract all the D2s to one area to wipe them out. The mastermind, however, chooses to do this in the most populated human city remaining. Pure genius. Also, when Tak kills him, all the D2s that he summoned die, as if they were linked to his life force. When the battle ends, Takt and Destiny end up on a beach out of nowhere. I preferred the random beach when it was done at the ending of Evangelion. Here, it just seems random. They never even ever talked about a beach. Before going into the final battle, Big Sister Anna, Remember the parental figure I talked about earlier? She kisses Takt, with some tongue action and everything. This is wild considering the plot developments to that point. In fact, 2 episodes earlier, Anna was trying to ensure that Takt and Destiny went on a date together. So this left myself and others confused. If you check over on Twitter, the fans were going into meltdown, with more sunken ships than World War II. This is even wilder when you consider that Destiny occupies the body of Anna's younger sister, Cosette, whom Takt had romantic interest towards. So Homeboy is in the middle of a technical foursome here. The kiss makes no sense in the context of the anime. However, in building up to the game where Anna assumes the abilities of the music heart Destiny, it makes a little more sense. Still wild, but I kinda get it. During the final battle, Sagan's 2 music hearts, Heaven and Hell, combine in an Evangelion primordial ooze type of way to produce a new music heart called Orpheus. She's named after the most famous work from the legendary French composer Jacques Offenbach. Now, this piqued my interest because the original opera is a lampoon or parody, which was very political at the time. It was never truly meant to be regarded as a great piece of art, but yet it is. Also, the original opera was a 2-act show where the first half, Orpheus's wife is taken, which pleases Orpheus. But in the second act, he's bullied by public opinion into rescuing her, experiencing both heaven and hell. This is great, but I would have liked to see more of a thematic relationship between the music art and what it was named after. Just seems kinda lazy and half-assed. Maybe I'm missing something here, but I doubt it. Strangely, another thing that makes little sense is the actual music part of this music anime. It uses a lot of classical music to fit with the theme. In fact, over the large-scale story set-piece battles, the anime plays digitally remastered versions of Beethoven's 9 symphonies along with other great classics, culminating in the final battle where Beethoven's finale allegro is played. The sentiment of this is lovely, but in the actual execution, the action and the music just don't match. The nature of the fast-paced action is diametrically opposed to the slow oral experience of the classical music. Scholars may say, but there is merit to the juxtaposition of the 2 opposing elements, but I say nay, it just doesn't work. The music works against the action and vice versa. I can confidently say it doesn't work because I've seen where it has. Big O, a large mecha anime dropped in the early 2000s, often employed the use of classical music, but there was synergy between the slow lumboyan action in Big O and the classical music that the producers threw in there. Destiny actually reminds me a lot of Dorothy from Big O, primarily in her inhuman behavior. The character designs are even similar, and her romance arc with the protagonist. One can't help but think that a lot of inspiration for this anime was drawn from Big O. Lots of details about this anime never coalesced into a grand, beautiful vision, but it has so many good parts. It's like Takt's final song. The vision is there and the pieces are there, it just was not ever finished the way we wanted it to be. I don't even regret watching it because the animation was so good, and I'm definitely going to check out the mobile game. So I guess they got what they wanted, right? Thanks for watching today. Like and subscribe, and catch you next time.